Hi there, everybody, and welcome along to Big Quiz Night in episode 154. I hope you're all doing well. As always, we're here with another Facebook Live quiz. We've got 3 quiz rounds, followed by game show rounds, and tonight we're going to be doing our usual Our Survey Says question with a bit of a twist. More on that later. And we're going to be doing Tenable. It's that time again. We've swapped out catchphrase from last week. We're doing Tenable this evening at the end of the show. Hope you're all doing well. Let's go to the comments then and see who we got here this evening. I can see we've got Sue and the Donuts watching along. We've got the Brazilians here. We've got Pete and Vernier saying hi in the chat. Jodie as well saying hi, everybody. And we've also got Geraldine there saying hello. Hope you're all good. Hope you had a good week. Pinky and the Brain, we've got a good turnout again. So thank you all for being here. We'll be kicking off with the first question in just a moment. And we'll bring Ruben in tonight to ask another question for you to give you a bonus point. And just a reminder to you all, if you aren't already, there's plenty of places across social media you can follow me. Again, more on that later on. So for now, let's go over, I think, to our first question of the evening. Apocalypse. Oh, and here he is. There's Ruben. Yeah, right. So, there's the chat. Oh, Drew and Ant are on the way. That's good. Okay, all right. So the chat is a little bit behind at the moment. So there we go.
Speed up.
It will catch up. It normally does, yeah. Right, so let's bring up this question then. This is your first opportunity to get some bonus points. These points you can use to add on to your total score for any of the 3 following full quiz rounds. But Ruben's going to ask his usual question tonight, and let's see how many of you can get it right. Guess this one in the comments, okay? Even if you're not watching live, please do guess it in the comments. Here comes a question.
Alright. How heavy is the average heart of a blue whale?
Is it?
A. 350 labs.
Pounds.
Pounds.
It's the symbol for pounds. LBS.
It looks like it's going to be labs, though.
I know.
350 pounds. B. 400 pounds. C. 450 pounds. Or D. 500 pounds.
Okay.
You did change it a bit from what we originally thought.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, don't give the answer away. That is this is it though, isn't it?
No. It was supposed to be like
A different multiple choice?
Yeah, like this was supposed to be like 50 behind.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's fine.
But the actual answer is still there, isn't it? So
Yeah.
So we're good. Let's look at the chat. We've got Vernier saying hello to you there, look, and we've got
Hello.
guesses coming in. Everybody watching, have a guess. A, B, C, or D. We're doing this because Ruben's been doing biology at school lately, and they got to see not a real blue whale's heart, but they did get to see a sheep's heart, didn't you?
Yes, a lot, like a real sheep.
A real one.
And they cut it open and showed us. I mean, they did have like a big inflatable of like a comedy heart, which was the size of
which
a
was
blue
the
whale.
size of a real blue whale's heart.
Which is one of these, by the way.
One of these is the correct answer.
It doesn't actually weigh it. It's an inflatable.
It was inflatable, yeah.
It was the size, not the weight.
All right, we've got 4 guesses in the chat at the minute. So we've got Ju saying D, we've got Jodie saying B, Sue is saying D, Abby is saying C. So let's reveal what the answer is. Ruben, if you would do the honours, please.
It is B.
Oh, Geraldine just got a guess of C in there. As I revealed the answer, it is actually B, which means the only person in the chat who got it right this time is Jodie. Jodie. Yes. Well done, Jodie. You're the only one that got it correct.
Quietly.
You did say it quietly. Yeah, the microphone's here, by the way. So.
Jodie.
Good job. All right. Well, there you go. So, Jodie.
Else.
Yeah, I mean, it's always worth having a guess, isn't it? But Jodie's the only one that gets the 2 extra special bonus points for the live show this evening.
Pat on the back for Jodie.
Well done. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now the other thing I need to say, while I've got you, Ruben, is the fact that over the last week or so, we have made some lovely sales from the merch store, Big Quiz Night in merch store. Link in bio. Very, very grateful for that. The reason I bring it up, not to gloat, because we made a few sales, but it means what I'm doing now is when we make a bit of profit from doing this quiz, I give some to Abby and Rue as pocket money because well, they've helped me a lot, don't they? Ruben's always helped me with the questions, not so much Abby these days, but Abby helped me make the logo for Big Quiz Night In as you know it today. And so basically, from now on, that's how it's going to be. Whenever a bit of money comes in from the merch store, I will share it with the kids. And it's just super lovely to be able to give them something for all their efforts for helping me along the way here as well. So if you are interested in any of that, I'm more on that at the end of the show, but it is possible.
Things are very cool.
They are.
I recommend checking it out.
You do, thank you.
You don't have to buy anything, just check it out.
Checks in the mail. Right, let's move on to the quiz. That's why people are watching.
Peace. YouTube.
Right, so let me just center myself again. Right, so here are the quiz rounds then. We're going to do entertainment. We've got the letter D. We've got Gone to the Dogs. Basically, a quiz round about dogs, real or fictional. And then we're into our game shows. So the letter D round, you'll know if you've been watching Phase 4, we've done the letter A, B, C, and now D tonight. But this is the last time we're doing this round because I don't have quiz rounds for the rest of the alphabet. Maybe we'll do more in the future, but for now this is all I've got. So this is the last time you're getting one of those rounds for a while. But we are up to D, so we'll do that second. But round number 1 is entertainment. We also have our countdown conundrums. And there is your first one. You will get 2 points if you can work that out. Don't put any more guesses in the comments though. It is just about keeping the answers to yourself and then marking them yourself when I reveal what the real answers are at the end of each round as always. So 2 points if you get that one right, and then Jodie's the only one that gets the 2 bonus points, which she can add on to any of those 3 question rounds coming up. Starting off with this one for entertainment. Oh, Millie and Mike are here. I hope you heard my little chat earlier on. Maybe you didn't. I was just saying about the merch store. Basically, whenever I make any money from that now, as I have recently, thank you very much, I'm sharing the profits of the merch store with Abby and Rue because they both helped in their own way with the quiz. So I just gave a little shout out to anybody that's purchased anything from there. You know who you are. Thank you. Right, so question number 1, entertainment round for 2 points. Which song by which act became a hit when 8 Mile was released in 2002? Which song by which act became a hit single when 8 Mile was released in 2002? Question number 2. Which actor played Marvel's Daredevil on film? Which actor played Marvel's Daredevil on film? Question 3 is for 3 points. Who played the title roles in the films called Bruno, Runaway Bride, and The Life of Brian? Who played the title roles in films called Bruno, Runaway Bride, and The Life of Brian? 1 point for each. Question 4 now. Question 4. This is for 2 points. Which Game of Thrones characters were played by Sean Bean and Jason Momoa? Which Game of Thrones characters were played by Sean Bean and Jason Momoa? Okay, question 5 now. Question 5. Who came to television first, SpongeBob SquarePants or Dora the Explorer? Who came to television first, SpongeBob SquarePants or Dora the Explorer? There is only 1 year in it. I don't mind saying as a bit of a clue there to how close it is. Question 6. 3 more points for question 6. Put these movies into the correct order with the earliest released first. Bridge of Spies, Hidden Figures, and Inception. Put these movies into the correct order with the earliest released first. Bridge of Spies, Hidden Figures, and Inception. That reminds me, Bridge of Spies, there is a TV quiz show hosted by Ross Kemp called Bridge of Lies, which you could occasionally see on daytime TV. Been, I think, 4 series of it. I've only seen a couple of the episodes, but it made me think of potential for a future Patreon quiz night. If I could work out how we could do our own version of it. It's a really good concept, actually. Yeah, not bad at all. Worth checking out on demand if you can, I think. If you like your quiz shows, which you clearly do. Question 7. Question 7. I was born in a crossfire hurricane is the opening line from which song by whom? I was born in a crossfire hurricane is the opening line from which song by whom? Good show, but he's awful at it. Yeah, he's alright. There's so many of these. I saw somebody taking a mickey out of random quiz shows hosted by random celebrities, and they made up a load of silly ones. It's really quite funny. And it just immediately made me think of Bridge of Lies. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I do like the concept of it though. Trying to work out what the truth is amongst the lies to get further and further across a bridge, and yeah, it's quite clever. Question 8. Which film earned Julia Roberts an acting Oscar? Which film earned Julia Roberts an acting Oscar? But yeah, when you think of game show hosts, you don't immediately think of Grant Mitchell from EastEnders, do you? Gordon Bennett, you know I'm going to be late and put the entertainment round first. That's all right then, isn't it? Normally, when you tell me the football's on, Andy, I do TV and films first because I know you don't mind missing that. Question, where are we? Question number 9 now. Question 9. Who played Starsky, Hutch, and Huggy Bear on film in 2004? Who played Starsky, Hutch, and Huggy Bear on film in 2004? Question number 10 now. Question 10. What is the name of DCI Tom Barnaby's cousin in Midsummer Murders? They share the same surname, so just have a guess at what you think the first name is for 1 point. What is the name of DCI Tom Barnaby's cousin in Midsummer Murders? Okay, question 11 now for 3 points. Which Marvel movie characters were incredible, amazing, and mighty in their comic book publications? Which Marvel movie characters were incredible, amazing, and mighty in their comic book publications? Okay, the next question, and question number 12. What was the A-Team character known as Faceman's real name? So the character's real name from the A-Team who was nicknamed Faceman, or the Faceman. First name and surname for the point. Question 13 now. Question 13. Which actor played the fugitive on film? Which actor played the fugitive on film? Question 14 is for 3 more points. Which Breaking Bad characters were played by Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, and Bob Odenkirk? Which Breaking Bad characters were played by Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, and Bob Odenkirk? And the final question then in this round. Don't forget to make sure you've had a guess at what you think the countdown conundrum is. Question 15. In which soap operas could you find the Indian restaurant called the Argy Bargy, the pub called the Dog in the Pond, and the kebab shop called the Prima Donna? They may or may not still be a thing on these shows, but certainly at the time of writing they were, and they have appeared in it at least before. In which soap operas could you find the Indian restaurants called the Argy Bargy, the pub called the Dog in the Pond, and a kebab shop called the Prima Donna? That's a funny name for a kebab shop, in fairness. I don't watch soap operas, but that is quite amusing, I think. Argy Bargy's not bad either, having said that. So 1 point for each of those then. Does anybody need a question repeated? If you do, let me know in the comments now. If you let me know in the chat, I'll repeat them before I go through the answers for each question. And then when we've done the answers for each question, of course, I will do the answer for the countdown conundrum before we move on to the next round. Whilst you're having a little think, next thing to tell you about is there is a pinned post on the Big Quiz 19 Facebook page. If you go to the very top, the pinned first post there is the calendar of quiz nights for the rest of 2024. November is basically as you'd expect. We've got Thursdays and Sundays I'm at the King's Head and Bell, and Tuesday nights I'm here Facebook Live, and then the last Tuesday of the month is the usual Patreon quiz night, so that'll be on Google Meet. If you want to join Patreon, you absolutely can. Then in December it gets a bit higgledy-piggledy, and that's because I DJ in my spare time. I've got loads of discos coming up, and there's a change in the quiz nights as well at the pub, and yeah, there's a fair bit going on. I'll get into that in a moment, because I know a lot of you who are watching now do also come to the pubs, so you want to maybe know this if you haven't seen it already. Right, so I'm going to repeat questions 6 and 7 for the donuts first. Question 6, put these movies into the correct order with the earliest released first. Bridge of Spies, Hidden Figures, and Inception. And question 7, I Was Born in a Crossfire Hurricane is the opening line from which song by whom? So that's for 2 points there. 3 points for number 6, 2 points for number 7. So in December, the first Tuesday night, there is a quiz at the King's Head and Bell, because the Thursday night they've got a private party in one section of the pub which has a disco, and that'll be too overpowering. So there's no quiz at the pub on the first Thursday in December. They want it on the Tuesday instead. And so that's the biggest change. So that means I'm skipping the first Facebook Live quiz of the month. I've got no choice there anyway. Then we've got Facebook Live on Tuesday the 10th of December. And then Tuesday the 17th of December is the Christmas special Facebook Live quiz. Okay. I'm not seeing any more repeats, so I'll pause there on your calendar update and I'll go through the answers. Right, question number 1. Which song by which act became a hit when 8 Mile was released in 2002? That is Lose Yourself by Eminem for 2 points. Question 2. Which actor played Marvel's Daredevil on film? It is Ben Affleck. Long before he played Batman. Question 3. Who played the title roles in the films called Bruno, Runaway Bride, and The Life of Brian? It is Sacha Baron Cohen who played Bruno, Julia Roberts was the Runaway Bride, and Graham Chapman was Brian in The Life of Brian. Question 4. The Game of Thrones characters played by Sean Bean and Jason Momoa were Ned Stark and Khal Drogo. Question 5. Who came to TV first? SpongeBob SquarePants or Dora the Explorer? With 1999 compared to the year 2000, SpongeBob was first. Question 6. Put these movies into the correct order with the earliest release first. Bridge of Spies, Hidden Figures and Inception. In the correct order, Inception was first, then Bridge of Spies, then Hidden Figures. Question 7. I Was Born in a Crossfire Hurricane is from Jumping Jack Flash by the Rolling Stones. Question 8. Which film earned Julia Roberts an acting Oscar? That was Erin Brockovich. Question 9. Who played Starsky, Hutch and Huggy Bear on film in 2004? That was Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, and Huggy Bear was Snoop Dogg. Because of course it was. Who else could have at that time? Question 10. What is the name of DCI Tom Barnaby's cousin in Midsummer Murders? It was DCI John Barnaby. Question 11. Which Marvel movie characters were incredible, amazing, and mighty in their comic book publications? It is, again, this is for 3 points, The Incredible Hulk, The Amazing Spider-Man, and The Mighty Thor. Question 12. Face Man in the A-Team. Real name, Templeton Peck. Templeton Faceman Peck. Question 13. Which actor played the fugitive on film? That was Harrison Ford. Question 14. Breaking Bad characters played by Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, and Bob Odenkirk. Bryan Cranston played Walter White. Aaron Paul played Jesse Pinkman. And Bob Odenkirk played Saul Goodman. If you haven't seen Breaking Bad and the prequel series Better Call Saul, please correct that. It's one of the best couple of TV shows ever made. Amazing stuff. And the movie's good as well, actually, that follows on in its own way. Question 15 now. The final question was, in which soap operas could you find an Indian restaurant called the Argy Bargy, the pub called the Dog in the Pond, and a kebab shop called the Prima Donna? The Argy Bargy was from EastEnders, Dog in the Pond is from Hollyoaks, and Prima Donna, Coronation Street. So for 3 points. The answer for the Countdown Conundrum is realities. Was that a tricky one, I wonder? Let's see how you got on. Please do start putting in your scores, and I will just let you know about some other dates to know for Christmas. Again, the calendar is pinned on the Facebook page, so you'll be able to see that throughout the rest of the year as and when you need to. I'll update it, of course, if there's any dramatic changes. So there's 2 Facebook Lives in December. Tuesday the 10th will be the regular one, and then Tuesday the 17th I'll make everything all Christmassy for those who celebrate it and for those who just want to come and join in the fun. Tuesday the 17th, Big Quiz Night In, Christmas special, live here on Facebook. Then we've got the 19th and the Thursday the 19th and Sunday the 22nd will both be Christmas specials for the respective pub quiz going crowds at the King's Head and Bell, because they're the last ones before Christmas. Always really busy. No quiz then on Christmas Eve, funnily enough. That's a Tuesday. No quiz on Boxing Day, because that's a Thursday. Then Sunday, that's the big one. I say the big one. That's the big one for the Patreons and for anybody else that wants to join us, because Sunday's quiz at the King's Head and Bell will be the last one of the year, and it'll also be in-person meetup for any of the Patreon followers and anyone that's not a Patreon who watches the Facebook Live show. Come join us for a meal beforehand and join in with as one combined team for the quiz itself afterwards. You'll be on a table right next to me where I host from, so we'll all be together. It is always so much fun when you guys come down for it. So, look forward to see you there. That calendar in detail is pinned to the Facebook page, and your scores are coming in. Let's have a look. Excuse me. Right, 16 plus 2 for Jodie. Very good. Donuts have got 21 points. They got the conundrum there too. Geraldine's got 14 plus 2. Bernier says 20 plus 2 for the Britzillians. 18 for Pinky and the Brain. No conundrum this time. I think the conundrum for round 3 is probably the easiest of the 3 this evening. I thought this one and the next one pretty tough. So no worries there. But 18 points is good. Any more scores coming in? We're going to move on to the next round. Still put them in, even if I have, because as always, the chat should keep on scrolling. Should. Okay, so round number 2 then. The letter D. Yes, do continue to add in your scores if you want, and even if you're not watching live, put the comments in. I appreciate them. I always come back to them when I can. Let me know how you get on. So for the letter D round, every answer starts with a D. Quite simply, if you've been watching the previous weeks, you'll have been familiar with the A, B, and C rounds. 14 for million, Mike. Good score. That's all right, that. Well done. Thank you for that. Yeah, so everybody that's watching now pretty much was on the last few quizzes, so you know the letter A, B, C, now D. The answers all begin with D. This is the last alphabet round I've got. We might do more in the future, but this is the last one for now, for a while. Okay, so here we go with 15 more questions, and the countdown conundrum for this one is right there. Good luck with that. Another 2 points if you get it correct. Question number 1. What was the title of the sequel to the classic horror flick called The Omen? What was the title of the sequel to the classic horror flick called The Omen? Question number 2 now. Question 2. Which pop group's first chart entry was in 1981 and called Planet Earth? Which pop group's first chart entry was in 1981 and called Planet Earth? I know a fair bit about that band's music and like an awful lot of their songs, but I would not have got this one right. Never heard of it. I should probably check it out. Question 3. The BAFTA-winning director Duncan Jones is the son of which pop star? The BAFTA-winning director Duncan Jones is the son of which pop star? I suppose knowing the theme of the round, I might have hazarded a guess at the one I would be thinking of, but still, it's tricky. So, question 3 again. The BAFTA-winning director Duncan Jones is the son of which pop star? Question 4. Which actor married and divorced Melanie Griffiths twice? Which actor married and divorced Melanie Griffiths twice? Right, question 5 now. Question 5. Which D was 3 times lead singer of the rock band Van Halen? Which D was 3 times lead singer of the rock band Van Halen? 3 times just meaning there were 3 periods in the band's existence where that person came back and was their lead singer. Just to be absolutely clear. I know some of you might be like, what? Like to be as clear as I can with these things. Which D was 3 times lead singer of the rock band Van Halen? I just realised if we did do the whole alphabet eventually, by the time I got to P, the letter P round, oh my goodness, we'd have to tell Martin and Nicola, wouldn't we? Because they would very much appreciate a whole round where in a blockbuster style they say, "Can I have a P, please, Chris?" It's a joke that comes up quite a lot at the Patreon quiz nights. Yes, that would be quite amusing actually if we did that. Long way to go before that though. All right, question 6 now. What is the capital city of Syria? What is the capital city of Syria? All right, question number 7. Ursula Andress co-starred in which James Bond movie? Ursula Andress co-starred in which James Bond movie? Question 8. Now, question 8. Who was the first black woman to be elected to the House of Commons and is the current Mother of the House? Who is the first black woman to be elected to the House of Commons and is the current Mother of the House? Right, question number 9 now. Which sculptor shares his name with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Which sculptor shares his name with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Question 10. Which band's first UK hit was called Growing on Me in 2003? Which band's first UK hit was called Growing on Me in 2003? Brings back good memories of my birthday party, that does. My 40th that was this summer. Question 11. In Australia in 1980, who or what stole Lindy Chamberlain's baby? In Australia in 1980, who or what stole Lindy Chamberlain's baby? It's a hilarious headline, but truly awful story. Truly awful. Question 12. John Drake, played by Patrick McGoohan, was better known by what name on TV? John Drake, played by Patrick McGoohan, was better known by what name on TV? If you've got no idea what I just said there, or any of those people or characters, this is it's perfectly fine. This is going back to the 60s, so it's a tricky question. John Drake, played by Patrick McGoohan, was better known by what name on TV? Question 13 now. Question 13. Dover is the capital of which US state? Dover is the capital of which US state? Question 14 now. Which 4 English counties begin with the letter D? Which 4 English counties begin with the letter D? 1 point for each, of course. The 4 English counties that begin with the letter D. And your final question for this round. Which 2 teams, beginning with the letter D, play football in the English Football League, which is the Championship, League 1 and League 2? Okay? In those 3 leagues, there are only 2 teams that begin with the letter D. Name them for 1 point each. And that brings us to the end of the round. Make sure you have a guess, if you can, at the countdown conundrum. Going to give you some more thinking time again, as always, before we move on to the answers and see how well you did. So stalling for time while I give you that thinking time. I think there's something I needed to tell you guys. I've forgotten what it is now. But I'll remind anybody or tell you in case you didn't already know. There is a link in my bio. If you go to that, it's all the places you could support Big Quiz Night In. Pretty much anywhere on social media. Big Quiz Night In is me. So do give us a follow. I share lots of different quiz content everywhere I can, whenever I've got a spare time, spare moment. Oh, and the other thing, this is what I was going to say, it's coming up to Christmas. Some of you know this already. Ruben and I wrote a children's story a couple of years back, and it's on Amazon. It's available for purchase. It's great for, I would say, early readers. So, I don't know, five-year-old or thereabouts, to be read to or to read themselves, called Jack and the Dragon. That link is in there as well. Get it in time for Christmas. We had a lot of fun putting that together. I don't know if we'll be able to take the time to do another one at some point, but it's there, it's available. And bless him, Ruben's really hoping that he can get some more pocket money from it. So do tell a friend, because Amazon don't pay out unless you earn over 100 sales or £100 or something in sales, and we've sold about 20 or so at the minute. So if you know any little ones in your life, that is an option. Lots of ways to support us. Okay, let's go through the answers, shall we? Now, question number 1. What was the title of the sequel to the classic horror flick called The Omen? It was Damien. Question 2. Which pop group's first chart entry was in 1981, and called Planet Earth? It was Duran Duran. Question 3. The BAFTA-winning director Duncan Jones is the son of which pop star? That is David Bowie. Question 4. Which actor married and divorced Melanie Griffiths twice? That is Don Johnson. Question 5. Which D was 3 times lead singer of the rock band Van Halen? That is David Lee Roth. Question 6. The capital city of Syria is Damascus. Question 7. Ursula Andress co-starred in which James Bond movie? Of course, beginning with a D. This was the very first official James Bond movie, Dr. No. It's the first one then, therefore Sean Connery was Bond. Question 8. Who was the first black woman to be elected to the House of Commons and is the current Mother of the House? That is Diane Abbott. Question 9. Which sculptor shared his name with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Donatello. Question 10. Which band's first UK hit was called Growing on Me? In 2003, it was The Darkness. Question 11. In Australia in 1980, who or what stole Lindy Chamberlain's baby? It was a dingo. Literally. Horrible. Question 12. John Drake, played by Patrick McGoohan, was better known by what name on TV? Danger Man. Question 13. Dover is the capital of which US state? That is Delaware. Question 14. Which 4 English counties begin with the letter D? It is Derbyshire, Durham, Dorset, and Devon. And finally, question 15. Which 2 teams beginning with the letter D play football in the English Football League? It is Doncaster Rovers and Derby County for 2 points. All right, start tying up those scores. The answer for the countdown conundrum for round 2 is dispersed. Dispersed. So 2 points for the countdown conundrum, plus all your scores there for that round. And Jodie, if you haven't used it yet, 2 points because you were the only one to get the kids' question or Ruben's question right at the start. I know you said +2 for round 1. I wasn't sure if that was the conundrum 2 points or you're using Ruben's 2 points, but just a reminder if you forgot. Let's see your scores, and then we can move on to round 3, which will be gone to the dogs. So that's essentially just a potluck round, general knowledge, any subject goes, but it is all connected to the theme of dogs, real or fictional. You'll get it, I'm sure, as we go through. 10 points for Jodie, well done. First score in. 13 plus 2 for the conundrum for Brazilians. Donuts have got 18 and got the conundrum. Very good. Oh, it was Ruse 2 points. Thanks for confirming that, Jodie. Okay. Right. Let's see what else we've got. Pinky in the Brain scored 16. Still no conundrum. I think you will get the last one. I think you will. I hope you do, now I've said that. 15 points for Andy. No conundrum. 12 for Mike and Millie. Well done. Okay, I think that is about everybody watching. Is Geraldine 12 plus 2? Did I say that? There it is anyway. If I didn't, maybe I've said it again. Good effort all round. Okay, let's go to round number 3. And we'll bring up the countdown conundrum for you, the third and final one of the evening. I think you get this one. I think. Okay, so gone to the dogs then. 15 questions for you again. Same process as before. You know how it is, guys and girls. So let's go through these now. Question number 1. Which breed of dog was kept by monks to aid lost travellers in the Alps? Which breed of dog was kept by monks to aid lost travellers in the Alps? Question number 2 now. Question 2. Which is the smallest breed of dog in the world? Which is the smallest breed of dog in the world? Thank you for the positive emoji reactions, the likes and everything on the video, by the way. I do get the notifications. I've just seen some. Thanks for doing that. If yeah, sorry, question 3 before I get distracted again. Question 3, which acts had UK hit singles with songs called Hound Dog, Dog Eat Dog, and Who Let the Dogs Out? Which acts had UK hit singles with songs called Hound Dog, Dog Eat Dog, and Who Let the Dogs Out? Question 4. Which dog's name means badger dog in German? Which dog's name means badger dog in German? If I remember when I get to the answers, I'll tell you a funny story about the answer to this question. Just come back to me. Happened at the quiz the other night. Which dog's name means badger dog in German? Question 5. With which organisation must you register your pedigree dog within the UK? With which organisation must you register your pedigree dog within the UK? Question number 6. What were the names of the mother and father of 101 Dalmatians? What were the names of the mother and father of 101 Dalmatians? Question number 7 now for 2 more points. A puggle, Puggle, is a hybrid of which 2 breeds of dog? A puggle is a hybrid of which 2 breeds of dog? Question 8. What name is given to the annual dog competition for Crossbreed of the Year? What name is given to the annual dog competition for Crossbreed of the Year? Question number 9 now. Ruby, Teddy, Sadie, and Cosby have all been which former MP's guide dogs? Ruby, Teddy, Sadie, and Cosby have all been which former MP's guide dogs? Question number 10. Which 3-headed hound guards the gates of the underworld according to Greek mythology? Which 3-headed hound guards the gates of the underworld according to Greek mythology? All right, question 11 now. Question 11. Which football side are nicknamed the Terriers? Which football side are nicknamed the Terriers? Question 12 now. This is a classic pub quiz question. Name the dog that found the FIFA World Cup after it was stolen in 1966. Name the dog that found the World Cup, the Football World Cup, after it was stolen in 1966. Question 13 now. What breeds of dog are Lady from Lady and the Tramp, Wallace's Gromit, and the Simpsons pet Santa's Little Helper? What breeds of dog are Lady from Lady and the Tramp, Wallace's Gromit, and the Simpsons pet Santa's Little Helper? For 3 points, they are 3 different breeds. Question 14 now. Question 14. What were the names of Blue Peter's first 3 dogs? What were the names of Blue Peter's first 3 dogs? And your final question for 3 more points. Question 15. Which dogs were members of Mystery Inc., The Famous Five, and The Secret Seven? For 3 points, which dogs were members of Mystery Inc., The Famous Five, and The Secret Seven? For the avoidance of doubt, we're referring to the original first dogs, just in case there was any that may or may not have followed on from the original or joined the original. We're talking about the original. For Mystery Inc., The Famous Five, and The Secret Seven, a final 3 points. Let me know then, as always, if you want something repeated. Happy to do that for you. Thanks again for the extra likes that have just cropped up as well. Always helps out. And the same for the other little quick quiz videos I share as well that come from my TikTok, and then I reshare them over here and on Instagram as well. Yeah, all those little interactions all helps, and I hope you enjoy, obviously, the extra content that I give you. But there's stacks of it there now. Stacks of it. I am also putting them all onto YouTube again. I don't know if I mentioned that last week. I think I did. So if anybody wants to watch any of it there, if it's easier than on Facebook, it is there. Just obviously I'm not live there at the moment. Although I might do that at some point in the future. Need the bandwidth though. Need proper fibre optic broadband to the house for that. And most people don't have that. Even if you've got it, it's not to the house, you know? It's only to the box nearby. And then you get a regular cable to the house. No more repeats then? Anybody want to repeat? Last chance for that. And also the countdown conundrum. I think we're going to go through the answers. And I've got a very interesting take on... well, I think we've done it recently, actually. A little twist to the usual Our Survey Says after this. Right, answers for Gone to the Dogs. Question 1. Which breed of dog was kept by monks to aid lost travellers in the Alps? It was a Saint Bernard, or Saint Bernard. I have a quiz team come up that use that name sometimes, and I always kind of say it in a big game show voice. Saint Bernard. Oh, Catherine and Tony are here. Sorry we're late. That's okay. No worries. Nice to have you here. You're just in time. I'm doing the answer. I say just in time. You're just in time for the game shows round. We are going through the answers for this round now, though. So, a St. Bernard for number 1. Number 2, the smallest breed of dog in the world is a Chihuahua. Question 3, the acts that had UK hit singles with songs called Hound Dog, Dog Eat Dog, and Who Let the Dogs Out. Elvis Presley had a UK hit with Hound Dog, although he wasn't the first person to... He didn't write that song. He wasn't the first person to have a hit with that song, at least in America. It was Big Mama Thornton originally, and I think it's actually better than Elvis's version, and I'll take no further questions on the matter. I suggest you look it up. The original Hound Dog is really good. Right, Dog Eat Dog is Adam and the Ants, and Who Let the Dogs Out was by the Baha Men. Question 4. Which dog's name means badger dog in German? It is Dachshund. Yeah, so if you haven't been to the pub quiz before, I've got a pencil case which is shaped like a Dachshund, a little sausage dog, right? And it's got a name and everything. Long story short, I was carrying it around, handing everything out at the start of the night, and this guy who had clearly had a few beers said to me, "Oh, is that a Dachshund? Or are you just pleased to see me?" And I went, "It's neither, it's a Dachshund." And I walked away, and their mates were just completely ripping it into him. Dachshund. Yeah, no. I don't think so, mate. Not having that. Anyway, question 5. With which organisation must you register your pedigree dog with in the UK? It is the Kennel Club. Question 6. What were the names of the mother and father of 101 Dalmatians? They were Pongo and Perdita, or Pongo and Perdy is fine. Question 7. A Puggle is a hybrid of which 2 breeds of dog? It's a Pug and a Beagle. Question 8. What name is given to the annual dog competition for crossbreed of the year. So not pedigree of the year. The answer is Scruffs. I'm not making it up. Although you may accuse me of it. I'm not. Question 9. Ruby, Teddy, Sadie and Cosby were all which former MPs' guide dogs? They were David Blunkett's guide dogs. Question 10. The three-headed hound that guards the gates of the underworld according to Greek mythology is Cerberus. Question 11. The football side nicknamed the Terriers Huddersfield Town. Question 12. The dog that found the FIFA World Cup after it was stolen in 1966 was Pickles. Question 13. What breeds of dog are Lady, from Lady and the Tramp, Wallace's Gromit, and the Simpsons pet, Santa's little helper? A Cocker Spaniel is Lady, Wallace's Gromit is a Beagle, and Santa's little helper from the Simpsons is a Greyhound. Question 14. What were the names of Blue Peter's first three dogs? There were Petra, Patch, and Shep. Question 15. Which dogs were members of Mystery Inc., the Famous Five, and the Secret Seven? So Mystery Inc. is Scooby-Doo. I gave you clues about original dogs because Scrappy-Doo is there later on in the show's history. But Scooby-Doo is the answer we wanted there. Famous Five, their dog was Timmy, and Secret Seven had Scamper. So Scooby-Doo, Timmy, and Scamper for 3 more points. Now, the countdown conundrum then. This was the last one, as you know. I hope you all got this one right, or more of you did than the previous ones, because they were tricky. This one is inertness. The reason I felt this one was easier is because you've got a double S in there, and you've got 2 E's and an N, and I would... For me, I look at that and go, Ness has got to be in there somewhere. In fact, NSS is at the start. So once you've got that part and you think that could be right, shuffling around the others, maybe amongst the quiz itself is a bit of an ask. I don't know how you guys deal with these things, to be honest. I don't think I could do both at the same time, but that's how I look at it, you see. So I think I would get that one right. I probably wouldn't get the other two, though. So how did you guys all do? Let me know. Let's see what those scores are. Pop them in the comments again. And then we crack on to our game shows round. Whilst we wait for them to come in, I'll explain what you've got coming up now in the Our Survey Says question. I have dipped into the deepest depths of Family Fortune's history, gone way back to an early episode, as I've done before, that was hosted by Bob Monkhouse in 1980. And I've pulled a question from that with 8 answers in it, which is very rare for Family Fortunes in general to have one with so many answers. So that means you've got a full board in a minute to guess. But it is a survey that was done in 1980, there or thereabouts. So you have to think about your answers carefully. Okay, some scores coming in. Donuts got 20. No conundrum. Oh, no. Jodie got 8 points. Geraldine's got 14 points. 17 for Pinky in the Brain. Still no conundrum. Oh, okay. I'm just going to do the easiest ones I possibly can next week. I say that now. I will forget next week, but I'll try to remember. Oh, never mind. You know what we say. Celebrate with those who do well, commiserate with those who don't, but at the same time, remember, we're just here for having fun, really, aren't we? Having a laugh. 17 for Pinky in the Brain then. 16 plus 2. I love conundrums. Well done. Vernia's got it. Yeah, see? It's not even her first language, and she gets them right. I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. Well done, though. Good effort. How well did the rest of you do? Any more comments there? We're going to move over to the Family Fortunes Our Survey Says question in just a moment, giving you a little bit more time to put your comments in. We will see them on the next page, of course, regardless. But let's cross over to it now and see how you do with our Survey Says. Okay, so as I said now, you've got a full grid to guess. In this round and in the next round, everybody watching live is all part of the same quiz team, and you need to help each other out to get the complete board. Okay? So this time you therefore do guess in the comments. So good luck. I'll bring up the question. As I said, though, this is a question from 1980, so the answers will be reflective of the time. But I think it's still very gettable because a lot of them I don't think are that different. Maybe 6 of them, maybe even more than that, would be close, if not the same, to what they are today. All right, enough cryptic clues. Name something people often start but don't finish. Name something people often start but don't finish. So, have a guess in the chat. What do you think could be the answers here? We'll let some guesses come in and then I'll start revealing your guesses and see where they fall in the list. Remember, though, this is a 1980 survey. So don't put PlayStation games or Xbox games, which I'm awful at starting and not completing. I've got better. I have gone back and completed a lot of games recently, but yeah. Trouble is, as soon as a new one comes out that I want to play, I'll go on to that one, and then I forget to go back to the old one, and it's a vicious cycle. It's fun, but it's a vicious cycle. We have got some exceptionally good guesses to start this off. I'm very impressed immediately, and I expected no less, of course, but I'm still impressed. Right, books is a guess we've got there at the top. Gabby and Pete have gone with books. That is number 5. Okay, good start. Resolution. This is a really good guess, actually. I didn't think of this one when I saw the question pop up before I read all the answers. But that is a really good guess. Unfortunately, it's not that. But I feel like it really should have been. I understand why you said that. Puzzles we have. Sue, I'm going to ask that you clarify what you mean by puzzle, because there are lots of different kinds of puzzles that it could be. And some of those answers may or may not be in this list, so you need to be a little bit more specific than just puzzle. I think I know what you mean, but I just want to be clarifying that. Knitting a cardigan, says Geraldine. Do you know what? That is an absolutely brilliant answer, because top answer is knitting in general. You got the top answer. I was worried that would take a bit longer for people to guess, but you smashed it. Well done. Tony says conversations. Conversations you start but don't finish. Yes, that's the 8th answer in the list. Well done. Housework. Housework is another good one. You start housework, you don't always finish it. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. Was it the top answer in this 1980 survey, though? It wasn't there. Again, another good guess. It's so a good answer, and I think true for decades, for all of time, for as long as there's been houses to work in. That is a good answer. It's not there. It was livid. Livid, that wasn't one of the answers. Something similar about the house, though, is there. I'll give you a bit of a clue there. Right, Geraldine says jigsaw, and Sue then clarifies she does mean jigsaw. I thought so. You'll understand why in a minute, but number 4 is jigsaw. So jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, Vernia's agreeing with housework as well. Education. Gabby says education. Number 7. It is there. Ironing. Pete says ironing. I think we're classing that under housework because it's not there. Maybe it's because in 1980, all the people surveyed were so house proud and they were immediately doing all housework. You know those really clean freak people who were just constantly doing housework and their house always looks like a showroom? I don't know. Each to their own. I've got better things to do in my life. Do what I can. Always help, but still. Oh dear. Right. Crosswords. See, there's a different kind of puzzle. Crossword puzzle. Do you see why I couldn't accept just puzzle as a guess now? Because that was number 3. That was number 3. DIY, Gabby said. I'm just going to go back up before I reveal if DIY is an answer to make sure I've not missed anything. Jigsaw. Oh, painting. I did see another one. Painting. Is that one of the answers? It is not. Good guess, but no. Right, crossword we've done. DIY is the next one. Let's see where that is on the list, if it's there. That's number 2. All right. Number 6. Last one left. The comments have dried up a little, so I'm guessing that you might be struggling with this one. Catherine says writing a diary. No. I will give you a clue. It is something that's still very relevant today. Probably will be for all of time. Always relevant to somebody. Normally something that you might do as a New Year's resolution, which I suppose is a tenuous link to the fact that you did guess resolution, but I need to know the specific thing, not just resolutions in general. I think I'm giving you a lot of clues there. Newspaper came in as I was giving more clues, so that I'm afraid is incorrect. Not there. Something that you would do for a resolution and ultimately give up more often than not, as per the question. Not smoking. Vernia says lose weight. Is that the answer? You might go on a diet for a New Year's resolution. It's correct. Very good. Fitness plan, diet. Yes, Catherine and Gabby all put in valid guesses there. I would give you the points for that as well. Vernia was just in their first... Oh, boozing, Pete says. Yes. That's it. You do dry January at a push. If you're lucky. For those of us who enjoy a drink. That's funny. Okay, so... There you go. You managed to get all 8. We haven't done a full board in a long time, probably because they don't do them on the shows very often. And from our archives, they only go up to 7, our archives. So it's very rare to find one that does all 8. And there you go. You've worked them all out. Okay, so with that said then, just going to do a little bit of a switcheroo of my screens around here. Because now we are moving on to our Tenable game. Okay, here we go, everybody. There is Tenable, and... Right, so this is where I just have to trust you can still see me and everything going on okay. Yeah, it looks like it's all going fine. So, you've got 3 Tenable questions. Keep guessing in the comments, and I will reveal the answers as we go. Your first Tenable question is... The 10 elements on the periodic table with 5 or fewer letters in their names. Okay, I don't think it needs much more explaining than that, but I'll say it again. The 10 elements on the periodic table with 5 or fewer letters in their names. This is in no particular order, other than the least letters or the fewest letters at the top, with the most letters as the bottom section. So there's no particular order really to worry about. But I'll reveal them, of course, as we go. Sue, straight away in the chat. Sue and the Donuts have gone with zinc. Is that there? Let's have a look. Oh, good. I was just checking that the sounds were still working, and they are. Okay, so zinc is there. Jody says boron. Is boron there? Let's have a look. Yes, very good. Right. Argon is another guess there. We've got there from Mike. Argon. Love it. Good one. Gold. Oh, I know a song about that. Sue says gold. Whereabouts does that fall in the list? It is number 2. Okay. Oh, and Vernier also said that. Lead. Now we've got Gabby says lead. Let's have a look. Where's that fall? That's number 4. Okay. Tin. Gabby says tin. That is 3 letters. Surely by that rationale, it's the top one. Not that that ranks it any higher or lower, but you know, it is number 1. That's where it fits. Vernia says iron. Now, is iron there? There we go. All right, so the next ones that are missing then, I'll start giving you clues now. Number 5 is 4 letters, and obviously therefore the remaining 2 are 5 letters each. Neon. There's a guess right there from Gabby. Neon. Neon. Very good. So 2 more left. They're 5 letters each. So you've already got argon and boron. What could the other 2 be? They're similar sounding as well, if that helps. Oh, here we go. Sue and Gabby have gone with xenon. 1 more to go. Again, similar to those others at the bottom there. Anyone want to hazard a guess for that last one? It's a tricky one, I guess, isn't it? Mind you, I would argue the last one was, or boron maybe, was the trickiest one. I'll tell you, it begins with an R. Give you just another few seconds to have a guess. Can't see my other chat, so I'm just going to have to... Oh, if I flick over, actually. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I can. Yes, there it is. Radon. You got it. The list is complete. All the tenable answers discovered there. Well done. Yeah, Radon. Oh, Jodie, so close there. Radon. May have even been a typo, but yes, very good. You got them. So tin, gold, iron, lead, neon, zinc, argon, boron, radon, xenon. Very good. Let's go to the next one, shall we? We repeat the process. Question 2. And this is on the subject of science again. This is science acronyms. So the 10 words in laser and scuba, because they are both acronyms. All right. So each of the letters stands for a word. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, what are those letters? So the words for laser are in the top 5, and then the words for scuba are in the bottom 5. So have a think, what do those words stand for? You can put them in any order, I'll just obviously reveal them as we go. But they are both acronyms. Every letter in those words stands for something. Okay, yeah, I can see straight away Pete's gone in there with light. For laser, the L in laser is light. Very good. Sonic is one of the words. Sonic. Let's have a look. Oh, no, it's not sonic. Breathing. Surely the B in scuba stands for breathing. Surely. It does. Very good. Well done, Geraldine. Oh, Ray. Let's see. Pete says Ray. Is that another one, I guess, for laser? Let's have a look. So that would be number 5. Assuming it's in the alphabetical, in the order that it's written in. But it's not there, I'm afraid. No. Activated is activated. One of the A's in laser or scuba. No, not scuba. I assume you meant laser anyway. It's not. Okay, radiation. Could radiation be the R in laser, perhaps? Yes, there it is. Amplification. Okay, oh, we've got apparatus and amplification. So, apparatus is the A in scuba. Amplification, is that the A in laser? It is. Excellent work. So activated. We tried to go with underwater. Okay, surely the scuba, the U in scuba, is underwater. Yes. Self. Okay, is the S in scuba self or the S in laser self? Could be. Let's have a look. Yes. Oh no, he's pressed the wrong one. It's number 6. Well, you've got the C now. There's a freebie for you. Never mind. Right, what do the S and the E stand for in laser? Source, emission. Let's have a look. And let's see what number 3 is. Because there's some good guesses that have come in there. Number 3 is stimulated. Well done to Gabby there. You've got that one, and Vernia with emission as well. So laser stands for light amplification, stimulated emission radiation. You can see why they abbreviated that one. And scuba, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. There we go. Very good. All right, the final one of the evening. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're early. You're flying through this one. My goodness, we're well early. Right, okay. Well, in fairness, this one might be a bit trickier. Depends on how well you know Toy Story. Not going to lie, one of my favourite subjects. Love these films. All of them, equally. I always think, I don't think they need to make another one, and then they do, and I just love it again, so I don't care. It probably should have finished after the third one. Probably. But, as I said, I still enjoyed the fourth one. Right, so the 10 named speaking toy characters in 3 or more of the Toy Story films. So, in 3 or more of the 4 Toy Story films to date, they must be named speaking toy characters. I think you can smash through 9 out of 10. Because one of them, even I was like, and I've seen them all multiple times, one of them I was like, huh? And I was like, oh. Yeah, but I don't think I'd have guessed it. It wouldn't have taken me a long time. Okay, these are in alphabetical order. So I can straight away see Jodie's gone with Woody. Surely, yes, of course, Woody's there. And that is the 10th. So there's nothing more alphabetically after Woody in this list. We then have Buzz Lightyear. Okay, so if Woody's there, surely Buzz is there. But that will be closer to the top because it's an alphabetical list. Let's have a look. It's not at the top. It's not first alphabetically, but it is number 2 on the list. Pete also said Buzz, as did Geraldine. In fact, Geraldine that said it first, yes. And then Pete. Catherine then said it as well. Geraldine says Slinky. I love Slinky. Slinky dog. Yes, very good. That's number 9. Ham the piggy bank. Surely, again, that's one of the answers. That is the 3rd one, and I can see Bo Peep's a guess as well. Does Bo Peep feature in 3 or more and have a speaking part in 3 or more? Of course she does. Yes, Catherine says Slinky as well there. All right, so we've got Woody, Buzz, we've got Ham, we've got Slinky, we've got Bo Peep. I'm sure we can name some other characters. Rex, the T-Rex. Another great character. Yes, that is number 7. Mr. Potato Head. Some of the funniest moments in the films are with Mr. Potato Head. Have we got any more guesses in us? Any more characters you can think of? Number 8 is going to be the really tricky one. I think if you clearly know these characters, so 4 and 6 you should be able to get. Mrs. Potato Head, Gabby says, is that one of the characters that fits this criteria? Yes! One of my favourite ever gags in all of Toy Story is when I think it's in Toy Story 2, maybe the first one, it's 1 or 2, and she's stuffing loads of stuff inside Mr. Potato Head, and she ends up putting in all the plastic monkeys inside him as well for his journey. And he's like, what are the monkeys for? And puts it on his food. What's all this food for? For the monkeys! Oh, so funny. I love it. So much. Okay. Millie says Jessie. Okay, surely. Jessie made a debut in Toy Story 2. Yes. Okay. This is the tricky one. You need to think small characters. Smaller characters than the main ones you have already guessed. Because obviously they're all toys, they're all small. I mean, really small. Probably plays a bigger part in the first two, but obviously has a speaking part in at least three, because it does fit the criteria. But it's one of the smallest characters, and there are many of them, but this particular one of those characters has the speaking part the most, and therefore fits this criteria. I'll keep giving you clues without giving the game away, but I will probably have to reveal this one because, again, I would not have guessed this one because I only really think of this character as being a big part in the first one. Okay. Oh, some good, really good guesses, guys. Geraldine and Jodie have gone with soldiers. Knowing the list is alphabetical, aliens therefore can't be the answer. The aliens do pop up, but not enough to fit the criteria. So no, the claw. No, they're not. It's not in the list. Soldiers. Do you know what? I'm gonna let you have that. It's the specific lead character who happens to be the sergeant of the soldiers. Hence where it fits alphabetically, because he's called Sarge throughout the franchise. But I'm going to give you that. You did say Little Soldiers. You wouldn't have got that. You wouldn't have got the point for that if this was the actual show. But I will, because I'm nice like that. And that is the end of the show. Speaking of this show. Yes, Geraldine, you said that sergeant there. Very good. Well done, everybody. You worked together fabulously. Right, so let's bring this show to a close then. As I mentioned at the start, you have got, which way am I pointing? That way. Merch store now has hats in it, along with all the other stuff you can have. You can get Big Quiz Night In logos on hats, beer mats, stickers, fridge magnets, hoodies, t-shirts, all sorts of fun stuff. If you would like anything different, any different colours, whatever, I can add more. But yeah, as I've said before, I'm now sharing the little bit of pocket money we get from it. Little bit. I'm now giving them a few pennies as well, the kids, for helping out the way they do. So it's really appreciated. Thank you, Millie. Let me know when your hats arrive. In fact, that beige one there, that's the one you ordered, isn't it? That one and the black one. I didn't do them. No, I did not do that. No, mainly because that would mean I'd have to come up with the logo, and I was so. I'm not going to get political. No, I couldn't face it because it's too reminiscent of the obvious thing, and yeah, I'm not gonna go there. But it was funny. But yes, that is the one. In fact, that's why I took that screenshot. So yeah, there you go. It's there. Lots of cool things you can get there. It really does help me out and the kids now as well. So thank you all for your support. Of course, you don't have to do any of those things. I just appreciate you being here and being part of this community. That is a really important thing. So thank you all for watching and joining in as always. We will be back next week. Let me just bring up my calendar again. Did I still have that? Where did I put it? Yes, I still did. So it's the 12th of November today, which means the next one, Thursday and Sunday, I'll be at the King's Head and Bell. Do come down if you are about. I'll be there. 19th, Tuesday the 19th, we'll be back here on Facebook Live again. Same quiz fun. Then it's Patreon the week after. So if you're only a Facebook Live quizzer, then next week is the last one of the month, and then you have to wait until Tuesday the 10th of December. Because remember I said there's no quiz on Facebook Live on Tuesday the 3rd. Okay, if you want to know more, I said it at the start of the show. And also the pinned comment at the top of the Big Quiz Night In Facebook page is the full calendar for the rest of 2024. So all the dates are there. I will keep that post up to date So do check it out there. Lovely comments. Thank you all. You are more than welcome. Yes, have a lovely week, everybody. And do check out my other content as well. Lots of other quiz stuff coming. If you're ever bored, there's always something to do on Big Quiz Night In across everywhere. So thank you all again. And yeah, give us a like before you move on if you haven't done so already. Thank you for watching. I will see you all same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.